Hide your online activity and location with Virtual Shield VPN. Your 20% off code and your free trial are in the description. If you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know. The Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals has ruled that cops can legally execute your dog. Meanwhile, in the free market over at UPS, drivers have created a Facebook page to show cops how to interact with dogs without killing them. That's the free market versus government in action for you. If you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and take a second to go to highimpactflix.com and sign up for my email list so we can sidestep all this censorship and banning garbage.
We have some new reporting. We'll stand by about John McCain's plans for his funeral service, something that apparently had begun over the last year. He had been planning for his services, often discussing the plans with close friends who lived and who visited his Arizona ranch.
Yeah, it was underscored the nature of this wonderful, wonderful man. It just shows what kind of man he was, a true American hero. Yeah, it was underscored the nature of this wonderful, wonderful man.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Bomberan, you know, bomb. Anyway,
I would be launching airstrikes not only in Iraq but in Syria.
Bomberan.
Aid to the Contras.
Bomberan.
Aid to the Contras.
When I search John McCain on YouTube, the biggest thing that comes up is you singing Bomb, 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 Iran. 744,000 hits, in case you haven't checked it recently. Are you proud or embarrassed of that?
I'm proud. Look, when I'm in the company of veterans, which I was, and one of them says to me, when are you going to send a message to Iran?
Bomberan, you know, bomb. Anyway,
when veterans are together, veterans joke. And I was with veterans and we were joking. And if somebody can't understand that, my answer is please get a life.
Bomb. Anyway,
Let's bomb Iran. Bomb Iran. Just like Japan. Or it be grand. We'll turn the rocks into pebbles, the pebbles into sand. Let's bomb Iran. Bomb Iran. I'm here at the dance, trying to advance. Nothing else is working, so I thought I'd take a chance and bomb Iran. Just like Japan. We'll turn the rocks into pebbles, the pebbles into sand. Let's bomb Iran. Bomb.
I remember John McCain, you know, saying bomb Iran. I thought that was funny, but I mean, a lot of people didn't.
Presidents have to be prudent in what they say, but you know, coming from you, who you know in the past have threatened extinction for North Korea and you know sung songs about bombing Iran, I don't know how credible that is.
It's bomb Iran. Bomb Iran.
We've learned that the exports to Iran increased by tenfold during the Bush administration. The biggest export was cigarettes. Given that supposedly
that's a way of killing them. I meant that as a joke. The list goes on and on of the threats that we have made to the Iranians, and so far, no action. George Shultz, my favorite Secretary of State in all the world, once said his Marine drill instructor told him, never point a gun at somebody unless you're ready to pull a trigger. We keep pointing the gun. We haven't pulled a single trigger yet, and it's about time that we did.
Yeah, it was underscored the nature of this wonderful, wonderful man. It just shows what kind of man he was, a true American hero.
I think it's pretty clear that we caught the Iranians red-handed at this point. Not only had we warned them as far as what actions we would view as acts of belligerency, but one of the oldest rules of war, at least in this century, is it's illegal and an act of war to lay mines in international waters. And
the president adequately described it as the axis of evil. I guess my question is, how many times do we have to prove that these people are blowing up people now, never mind if they get a nuclear weapon, When do we send them an airmail message to Tehran?
That old Beach Boys song, Bomb Iran? Bomb, 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 bomb. Anyway,
I mean, I could never support somebody who thinks that it's funny to say bomb, bomb, bomb Iran. That to me is not somebody I could endorse ever.
Lighten up and get a life.
You don't think it was insensitive or in any way making light of it?
The Iranians? My response is lighten up and get a life.
It's not going to be over right away. There's going to be other wars. I'm sorry to tell you, there's going to be other wars. We will never surrender, but there will be other wars. And right now, we're going to have a lot of PTSD to treat, my friends.
Yeah, it was underscored the nature of this wonderful, wonderful man. That it just shows what kind of man he was, a true American hero.
We should be on the air at 6 o'clock as predicted.
This video is for everybody, but especially for those of you who continue to think that mainstream media is benefiting and enhancing your life through the knowledge of what's going on in the world. We know from WikiLeaks revelations that corporate media, which has proven to be in direct partnership with the Democratic National Committee, cultivated and popularized the term fake news in September of 2016 in order to take the heat off of themselves and dishonestly smear independent researchers, alternative media news channels and websites, and general channels like this one, which aims to hold people accountable for their authoritarian, socialistic, communistic, and downright immoral words and actions. So they pulled the fake news weapon system out of their arsenal and set their sights on us. But then something happened that they didn't consider or expect. The decentralized, troublemaking internet just happens to continue to stubbornly exist, and those who utilize it, with all of its glorious efficiency and effectiveness, not only call BS on real fake news, it proves it to everyone with video and digitized documentation, so that anyone can verify and confirm the accuracy of what's being said. It's not going to let the old guard legacy media get away with what they used to get away with in the pre-internet days. So that fake news artillery corporate media lobbed into our camp failed to discharge, and the intelligent, clued-in people who are sick of the same old crap got the upper hand. And as you can imagine, from the perspective of corporate giants who want to hide behind their fabricated shrouds of deception, the internet is the enemy that must be stopped. Thus, you have the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter censorship you see going on today. What happened to them is like somebody who throws a smoke bomb and doesn't consider which way the wind is blowing. They threw the poisonous smoke over to us, and it blew back on them. Now their own fake news accusation clouds of smoke continue to settle over CNN, MSNBC, and all the other dishonest corporate media outlets. Remember, that's exactly what they are. They're for-profit corporations whose objective it is to acquire and retain as many consistent viewers as possible. Their objective is not to get the truth out there. It's ratings. And let's face it, truth doesn't make them any money. They make money by sensationalizing events, pushing agendas, peddling propaganda, and flat out lying to you. Some government agency or corporate giant gives them boatloads of money to distribute propaganda for them. That's their bread and butter. There's no supernatural compact of journalistic integrity or ethics. They have no integrity or ethics. They're corporate giants trying to squeeze every last bit of profit they can out of people who are still gullible enough to gobble up whatever putrid garbage they throw down. Maybe there's journalistic integrity in some of the frontline reporters from affiliates whose personal internal ethic demands that they collect only the facts. These are the people who unearth the actual story. They're the ones who put in the actual research to bring that story to light. But once they forward their story to a major network, the network spins it around in their blender of bias, puts their slant on it, and once that story comes out on the other side, it's virtually unrecognizable. That's what the major networks do. That's what makes them money. And if you forget this,
Just remind yourselves how many wars they pushed for their military-industrial complex sponsors and how many human lives they cost just so they can make a buck off of those who would rather turn on their TVs and turn off their minds. The time to get informed is now. As the false flag sarin gas attack from back in 2013 taught us, we can avert large-scale conflicts if enough of us get clued into what's really going on and call BS on the psychopathic warmongers of mainstream media and heartless government shills. Guys, I don't know how much longer my channel will be around here on YouTube. Please take a minute and sign up to my email list. It's free, painless, and you'll get some cool stuff. Also, take another minute to subscribe to my decentralized, censorship-free BitChute and Steemit channels. All these links are in the description. I want you to know this. If my channel goes down, I'll still produce content for you guys through my website and through BitChute and Steemit. So make sure you stay connected through the email subscription link in the description below. Just watch the 45-second video on my website and you'll be all set. If you want to support my work on this channel, grab a shirt, snag a flashlight, or hit me up on Patreon and PayPal. I'll see you guys in the next video. Before you go, check out one of the most in-your-face, hard-hitting, conversation-starting shirt stores on the planet. Just by wearing one of these t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, or cutoffs, and without saying a word, you can let people know that black rifles matter. You can inform the sleeping masses that fluoride is dumbing them down, that Google is a gulag-style censorship machine, that the Department of Homeland Security is merely security theater, that the NSA makes your private life their business, that the Grim Reaper supports everyone's troops, that we need to legalize freedom, that in life there are no excuses, that CNN is a communist news network, voting is the suggestion box of slaves, that 9/11 was a lie, and that all official stories should be questioned. Also, let people know we're in the middle of a full-blown sheep-volution, taxation is theft, the IRS is an immoral robbery service, cops enjoy protecting and serving the crap out of you, that the space you occupy is not a gun-free zone, and that gun-free zones are the most dangerous places on earth. Your purchase helps support more hard-hitting content on my censored channel. As of the recording of this video, I have over 90 designs. I take your requests for new designs, and I'm adding new ones every week, so check back often. The link to the store is in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.